Hey everyone, and welcome to Metro. We are so glad you decided to join us today. I'm your host, Jen Mast, and you're watching the 10 Before. It's where we take a few minutes before the service starts just to let you know what's going on and what's coming up. If this is your first time here, we want you to know just one thing, and that's our mission. Our mission is to lead all people into fully devoted followers of Jesus Christ. If you're newer to Metro, we'd like to welcome you with a gift. It's a CD from our lead pastor, Jeremy Shasso, lets you know what our church is all about. You can pick one up as well as a welcome pack at the Resource Center after the service. Metro continues to have prayer groups that meet every Sunday morning before church. The groups meet upstairs in the room behind Metro Kids. They meet before first service and second service, so you can come at 8:45 or 10:30. Acoustic cafes continue at Baxter's. Every Saturday night we have live music from fresh local talent. The shows start at 7:30 and they are completely free. Pick up a few friends and we'll see you on Saturday. On November 29th, the Love Out Loud team is hosting Metro's American Red Cross Blood Drive. We will need people to go online to sign up to give blood, and we also need several volunteers on that day to help at all the different stations. All of the details are in your program. This would be a great way for you to bring family and friends to Metro. The Christmas season is quickly approaching, and it's a huge deal here at Metro. There are so many ways to get involved. We are looking for people who are interested in participating in a drama or carolers for that evening, and we always need a lot of childcare for the people who are serving. If you are interested in helping, please stop by the Resource Center for more information. If you've been here for a while and you call Metro home, you may be looking to take the next step in getting involved. There's two great ways to get involved here at Metro. One of those ways is through a life group. We have life groups for all different ages and types of people, young people, old people, married people, single people. If you are interested in joining a life group, stop by the Resource Center for more information. The other way to get involved is to join a serving team. We have serving teams in all of the areas of the church, so there's definitely going to be something that interests you. We do this thing called Work One, Worship One. It's where you serve during one of the services and then you worship during one of the services. And the best part is that childcare is provided for both of those. If you are looking for a serving opportunity, please stop by the Resource Center.
Well, I remember growing up in my family, we never went to church, we never talked about God, and I remember hearing of him, and I knew the name Jesus, but never knew who he was or much about him, and never thought twice about it. It was St. Patrick's Day of '08 last year, and I thought, well, Easter's coming up, and I'd been going to a few different churches over the past couple of years, but never anything that I wanted to get up and go back to. And I remember getting up that morning and going to church, and I'll never forget it. It was Easter Sunday of '08, and there was a bridge set up across the stage, and it was all about bridges and building bridges. I remember it really struck me that day, sitting in the back row, hiding back there in the dark. Pastor Jay said, I don't know where you are, any of you, in your walk with Christ today, but I invite you to walk with him today. And I took the first step across that bridge. Right at that moment, I said, okay. And 2 weeks later, I was down in the mountains of Tennessee, riding a motorcycle, and I used to run from God, and I could run 170 miles an hour. I would just put that helmet on and hide from the world. Nobody knew who it was inside of there, and just go. I remember being on the motorcycle that morning. It was a Friday morning, 2 weeks after Easter. We were on a detour because the only road that we could take to get through this little mountain paths was blocked by an overturned semi. They weren't expecting it to clear for hours, so we found a detour and we went around, and I stopped and told my brother, I said, something bad's gonna happen. I had that feeling, something bad is gonna happen. And about 45 minutes later, I slipped on some leaves in a turn at somewhere about 80 miles an hour. And on a motorcycle, that's a pretty devastating speed. If you could have seen the ditch that I landed in, you will believe there is a God. I landed no wider than this chair in a little ditch between a concrete barrier and a tree that had fallen over with a bunch of jagged tree stumps, and if I would have hit that, that would have been it. And somehow I landed dead in the middle in a 3-foot deep pile of leaves. I broke my back, broke 5 bones in my back, and I could stand up and walk the next day. I just thought, okay, that must have been God's way of telling me, I'm gonna put you in a position where you are gonna lay here and talk to me, or you're gonna lay here and stare at me awkwardly. That accident was the single worst but single greatest moment of my life. I would do it all over in 1 second if somebody would have told me the good that would have came out of it. I've come to Metro and I've met so many people. I feel like every person that I come across at Metro is just one more plank helping me build that bridge across the way, and it's every single new person is there for me every step of the way. And when I'm there, some days I just feel like my chest is going to explode. I'm so happy here. My name's Tina Perry, and I'm Metro.
Well, looks like we're about ready to get started. We really hope you enjoy your experience here today, and I'll see you back here next week at 10 before.